And because of that, I have gone from being an INTJ, introvert, to creating a reality around me where everyone can be what they are, and everyone is still experiencing things in the same way. But because of my lack of resistance, I'm experiencing all of it in a very euphoric, very beautiful way that I never thought possible. And the INTJ trait of trying to manipulate and control is obviously far gone. And instead, when I do socially interact, I have a very awesome opportunity now to support people. I'm still able to see people's systems. I see what their desires are, their insecurities. I see what drives them, and the combination of the variables that push them in a direction. And I see what their spirit desires too, because when that judgment is gone, then you're also able to witness the person's spirit because you can see them in their highest light also. So in doing so, I've for a while now I've been experiencing people's spirits as well and communication with their spirits on this subtle level. So, as you would think that it would go from being total seclusion as an introvert to a level of everything has a spirit. So now there's no social framework in the way that there was, but the communication with spirit becomes something where you become an ambassador to the physical, and so you can see what people's spirits want, and in doing such, you can create space for them to be that and support them in doing that, and that creates just a massive growth in your vibration, a massive growth in their vibration, and a massive growth in the world. And I've been doing it for a while. It was in and out at first, trying to gain that level of awareness, like everything is, but now I feel like I'm on a second by second basis, without any unnecessary dialogue in my head. Instead, just this level of control that becomes nothing like control. It becomes totally letting go and just floating in the ocean. And there's no island. That's what it feels like. There's just no island. There's nothing to want to be like. There's nothing to want to do. There's nothing to see because you have no preference one thing over the other. Preferences came from resistance to other things. You wanted to do things that you had the least amount of resistance for. You wanted to hang around people you had the least amount of resistance for. But as resistances were lifted, it all becomes perfect. And when it's perfect, then what do you have to do other than sit there and experience the perfection and understand that the perfection that you're experiencing is just a reflection of the perfection in you. So the long path of finding the perfection in everyone that I had resistance to culminates in finally being able to believe that you yourself are perfect. And in doing so, all of reality becomes malleable in a way that any INTJ would very much appreciate, and any other personality type would very much also appreciate. And it allows for a new level of communication that I would call unconditional love. And I see it in that sense where without these insecurities and these judgments and these resistances, when you interact with someone, they on all levels can feel that there's none of that, and because of that they are able to step up into that themselves and just experience day after day after moment of just pure and complete bliss And I don't know. So that's where the path has led me so far. It's never been one I've been able to share with anyone. I've done it by myself. And so I don't know if anyone can relate with this, or I'm sure people can relate with different aspects of it, for sure. But I would love to hear what anyone has to say. And at the same time, I don't necessarily care. But if you have a question about something that's kind of blocking you from releasing resistances to things, like, I definitely feel like I could help with that in any way that I'm capable of. And if not, I hope this gives you a good insight into the path of an INTJ and how you can shift an INTJ very much from the mastermind to a master of acceptance. And the path is not nearly as long as it seems. It's very much not. It's very hard at a lot of times, but it's totally worth it. And I just hope that if anyone ever watches it, that they get some sort of inspiration from it to just shift the reality into whatever they want. I know it's what we're doing right now, and I know people are talking about it, but I just thought I would share my experience and how it works, and hopefully in doing such, maybe learn some more from someone else who's doing it.